Sugar, Sugar is a pop song written by Jeff Barry and Andy Kim. It was originally recorded by the Archies, a bubblegum pop band formed by a group of fictional teenagers in the television cartoon series The Archie Show. It reached number 1 in the US on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1969 and stayed there for 4 weeks. It was also number 1 on the UK singles chart in that same year for 8 weeks. The song became a hit again in 1970 when R&B and soul singer Wilson Pickett took it back onto the charts. The Archies version. Background Sugar, Sugar by the Archies was produced by Jeff Barry, and the song was originally released on the album Everything's Archie. The album is the product of a group of studio musicians managed by Don Kirshner. Ron Dante's lead vocals were accompanied by those of Tony Wine and Andy Kim. Together they provided the voices of the Archies using multitracking. The song was initially released in late May 1969, on the Calendar label, achieving moderate chart success in the early summer in some radio markets, and was re-released mid-July 1969, on the Kirshner label, whereby it then attained massive success nationwide by late summer-early fall. Upon its initial release, Kirshner had promotion men play it for radio station X6 without telling them the name of the group, which only went to number 53 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. Only after most of the DJs liked the song were they told that it was performed by a cartoon group. The Archies hit wound up as one of the biggest number 1 hits of the year, one of the biggest bubblegum hits of all time, in America thanks partly to association with a hit CBS TV Saturday morning cartoon series. Sugar, Sugar is also considered to be the most produced recording ever after the breakfast cereal company Post Cereal placed millions of the records on the back of their Super Sugar Crisp cereal boxes. In 2014, Sugar, Sugar was used in the documentary Fed Up during a montage demonstrating the correlation between the large quantities of sugar in processed foods and obesity in the United States. The song is said to have been earlier offered to the Monkees, although songwriter Jeff Barry denies this. Don Kirshner has said that Mike Nesmith put his fist through the wall of the Beverly Hills Hotel refusing to do Sugar, Sugar. However, the first incident took place in early 1967, whereas Sugar, Sugar was written in early 1969. Monkees archival expert Andrew Sandoval has suggested that the band may instead actually have been offered a tune called Sugar Man, but with the passage of time the parties involved simply misremembered it as being Sugar, Sugar, in large part because it made a better anecdote. Peter Tork claimed in an interview that the band were offered the song Sugar, Sugar, despite Jeff Barry's denial of this. Reception The Archies' Sugar, Sugar was the 1969 number 1 single of the year. A week after topping the RPM 100 national singles chart in Canada on September 13, 1969, it went on to spend 4 weeks at the top of the US Billboard Hot 100 from September 20 and 8 weeks at the top of the UK singles chart. In total, it spent 22 weeks in the Billboard Hot 100. The song lists at number 73 on Billboard's Greatest Songs of All Time. It also peaked at 1 in the South African singles chart. On February 5, 2006, Sugar, Sugar was inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame, as co-writer Andy Kim is originally from Montreal, Quebec. In the United States, Sugar, Sugar was classified by the RIAA as a gold record in August 1969, meaning it sold 1 million units. The single also topped the 1969 Billboard year-end chart. Sugar, Sugar is listed as the 73rd top hit of all time in Billboard's 55th year anniversary edition. Although official music recording sales certifications were not introduced in the United Kingdom until the British phonographic industry was formed in 1973, Disc introduced an initiative in 1959 to present a gold record to singles that sold over 1 million units. The awards relied on record companies correctly compiling and supplying sales information, and Sugar, Sugar was erroneously awarded a gold disc in January 1970 having sold approximately 945,000 copies. The RCA informed Disc that 1 million copies had been shipped, however not all were sold. Nevertheless, following the introduction of music downloads in 2004, Sugar, Sugar passed the 1 million sales mark. Chart performance all-time charts personal The studio musicians on the Archies song are Ron Frangipane, keyboard, Chuck Rainey, bass, Gary Chester, drums, Dave Apple, guitar, Harry Amanation, guitar, Ray Stevens, hand claps. Wilson Pickett version. Background In 1970, R&B and soul singer Wilson Pickett recorded a cover version of Sugar in his Criteria Studios sessions. Pickett's rendition of the song was produced by Dave Crawford, Jerry Wexler, Rick Hall, and Tom Dowd. The track was released by Atlantic Records as the second single from his 10th studio album Right On. Reception Wilson Pickett's cover of Sugar peaked at number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It also reached number 4 on the R&B chart. The parent album Right On reached number 197 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart. The Wilson Pickett recording of Sugar was later used in the 1994 film The Ice Storm. Chart performance personal Wilson Pickett, vocals, Eddie Hinton, Jim Erk, Jimmy Johnson, guitar, David Hood, Harold Cowart, bass, Barry Beckett, Billy Carter, keyboards, Roger Hawkins, Tubby Tsigler, drums. Other versions, Tommy Roe covered the song, which has been included in many of his greatest hits compilations. In 1969, the song was covered by German female singer Marion Mertz. Her version featured German lyrics by Michael Holm. The late singer-songwriter Alex Chilton recorded a cover of the song during the 1970s, which was later included on the 2011 compilation Free Again, the 1970 sessions. Czech band Metronome recorded the song in Czech, with the title Tar 1/2 Den. In 1970, Willie Henderson and the Soul Explosions recorded the song on their The Funky Chicken LP. In 1970, Bob Marley and the Wailers recorded the song for the Randy's label. In 1971, British producer and singer Jonathan King recorded a rock version of the song that went to number 12 on the UK singles chart under the name Sakkaran. Gladys Knight and the Pips recorded a cover of the song, which was included on the 1975 compilation A Little Night Music. First-wave Los Angeles punk rock band The Germs included a version of Sugar on their album Germicide, as taken from their first live concert in 1977. In 1981, the song was covered by Dutch group Stars on 45 as part of their medley Stars on 45, which went to number 1 in the US in June of that year. In the episode from The Simpsons, the song was sung by Homer and Boy Scourge in the Hood. The song was also heard in Sweets and Sour Marge. In 1994, a reggae rap cover was released by British artist Duke Basie, reaching number 30 in the UK in September of that year. This version was used in the soundtrack of the 1995 Pierce Brosnan TV movie Night Watch. In 1995, alternative band Semisonic covered the song with Mary Lou Lord for the compilation Saturday Morning Cartoons Greatest Hits. In 2007, a Spanish cover by Mexican boy band Magneto was included on their album, La Historia de Magneto. In 2009, celebrity chef Buddy Valastro started using the song as the opening theme to his TLC reality show Cake Boss. Valastro and his bakery staff lip-synced to a recording originally by The Nerds, and currently by Jonathan Tyler and the Northern Lights. In 2011, American musical drama Glee originally planned for the song to be used in the episode, Pot O' Gold, with Sugar Motta, portrayed by Vanessa Lenges, providing vocals. It was then deleted for unknown reasons. In the 6th episode of the 2nd season of the BBC America TV show Orphan Black, it is sung by Helena, one of the clones portrayed by Tatiana Maslany. In 2012, Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees covered this song on his Remember album. Sampling In the 1970s, the song's melody and some of the lyrics were used in the reggae song Sugar by Big Youth and Junior Biles, which was included on the 2001 compilation Natty Universal Dread 1973–1979. In 1991, the chorus of the song was sampled for the house music song Sugar Sugar by DJ Les and the Cool Cat. In 1999, Australian electronica group The Avalanches sampled the melody for their song Slow Walking for their EP Undersea Community. In 2004, pop-rap artist Nitty sampled the song in Nasty Girl, which also contains interpolations of Sugar, Sugar. In 2005, the song was sampled in a house electro version by Beat Factory featuring Massive 4. References: The Billboard Book of Number 1 Hits, 5th edition. ISBN 978-0823076772. Billboard Books. 2003. External links, full lyrics of this song at Metro Lyrics.